back to BusyBots. I've got some assembled models to show you and something brand new, so stick around. Last time I showed you all these parts that I had to assemble, and I've gotten around to putting most of them together. I'll start off with the Blockbot. This is a fun little robot. The kids like it and adults like it too. He's articulated, all the joints are articulated, including the feet, and he folds up really cleverly into these little cubes. Just about the size, you'd think it was a Rubik's Cube if you just picked it up until you realized it folded out in different ways. So really fun, takes a fair amount of plastic and a little bit of time to assemble, but very straightforward once you realize how the pin system goes. And he thoughtfully, or he or she, I'll have to take a look at the designer's profile, thoughtfully included an extra pin into the build plate. So if you happen to crack one or break it or deform it somehow, you've got a spare. That's nice. I wish everyone would do that. On the plates, if you're putting things on Thingiverse and you're plating, put a couple of spares on there, especially the pieces we're most likely to break. That's helpful. So that's the Blockbot. The Mars Curiosity rovers, these guys went together real nicely. We've got the silver one and the black one, and it's a static model. The wheels do turn, but they don't really roll. But it's an interesting conversation starter, especially if you're interested in what's going on Mars right now. I've got a trilobite in a couple of colors. It's really interesting to see how it goes together. It's really clever use of separate pieces to make a moving part. Got one in two colors, one just in the blue, and I also printed just the body parts to play around with and see what else I might be able to come up with those. And I have the chess sets. This is the scaled up version. This is nice. This is a nice size. Here's the bishop. Okay, it's a nice size. It's a nice size piece for playing. In comparison to the as the STL file, the unscaled version is, and I'll hold it here so you can see, quite a bit smaller. Still big enough to play with in the game, but I'd rather play with the larger pieces. So, and I've made a few of these chess guys, given a few away. They're fun. And I have this differential. Now, if you're interested in mechanical models or geared items, this differential is worth some effort. It's really clever the way it goes together, and if you give some thought as to the different colors you can use for the different parts, you can really demonstrate how it changes the motion from one direction to the other and with the gear reduction. So recommended if you're looking for a demonstration model. Takes a fair amount of time to print, but it's worth it. And so this is something, I'm not sure if I had this out on the table or not. This is Bender from the Mystery Science Theater show, and it's printed in two halves like this with the head that goes on top. And it just gets glued simply like this. Head goes on there. Just haven't glued it yet. I was planning to bond this one together with acetone instead of using super glue. And so there you have it. Now, aside from all this, I wanted to show you something new, a departure for BusyBots, because as you know, I've been printing on the MakerBot, but I've got a new printer that I'm working on, and I'm in the process of building it right now. I have most of the mechanical build together, and I'll just make some room here. And that printer is the Mendel Max. Here we go. This is a Mendel Max, the 1.5 Plus. It works in quite a different fashion from the MakerBot, and in upcoming videos I'll be highlighting quite a bit about how this went together, how it compares to the MakerBot, my impressions. I'll be using a different software suite. Probably be trying to print in PLA versus ABS, although this does have a heated build plate as well. And on this one, the Y-axis moves, unlike the MakerBot, where in the MakerBot the platform is still in the X and Y axis, and the head moves X and Y, and the platform goes up and down. In this one, the extruder goes left and right, which is the X axis, and also it'll move up and down, which is the Z, and then the y-axis moves down here. So different concept from the movements of the MakerBot Replicator. Interesting that the Replicator 2, which was announced today, keeps the same movements as the Replicator 1. Also, the new Replicator is moving over to PLA as a primary print material. So interesting changes for MakerBot. So I just want to introduce you to this, and I'll be having lots more to say about the Mendel Max as I get it printing. Right now I've got the mechanical build complete. I have a couple of details left about building the extruder, and the next will be to install the electronics and the wiring, and then to the calibration and the printing. So thanks for coming by. I hope you've enjoyed some of the kits I've put together to show you. I'll roll in some stills and put them up here so you can get a better view of these items. And if you're interested in the Mendel Max, definitely come back, because I'll be showing you quite a bit about the way this guy works and comparing it to the Replicator. And what I'm hoping to get out of this Mendel Max is speed. That's the primary thing I'm hoping to get, is speed. And hopefully I won't have quite the difficulties in keeping the platform level. It's got a totally different mechanism and system, but it has its challenges as well, and we'll get into those down the road. So thanks again. Thanks for coming back to visit at BusyBots, and I hope to see you soon. If you're enjoying these videos, please click on the subscribe link, and you'll be notified of upcoming videos. Thanks again. Have a great day.